السلام عليكم خوتي، مرحبا بكم في قناة أمين فوت اس في. اليوم راح مش حنهضروا، راح نتفرجوا مع بعضنا حوار حصري لمحمد صلاح مع سكاي سبور بريمير ليج، دوري الممتاز. سكاي سبور تاع دوري الممتاز الانجليزي، سكاي سبور بريمير ليج. نشوفوا كاع واش طرق محمد صلاح، واش هدار على هذا الموسم، على الارقام تاعو، على كل شيء. نترككم مع الفيديو، مشاهدة ممتعة. شكرا لكم.
Mo, take me back to the start of the season. It's been such a special season for you, but where was your head at the start of the season when Jurgen Klopp obviously knew he was leaving and Arne Slot came in? Did you think it would be a transition season?
I think the expectation for us not to win, that's a problem, and I think that need to change with the player we have and the fans that behind us, the support we have. I think Liverpool losing, that should be surprised, not the other way around, and it should be the limit for to how many times that the fans need to hear. We go again next season. We give it all this season. That all need to change, and also to go to the last game of the season with our fans to tell them thank you. It's the best way to do it with a big trophy.
What were your first impressions of Arne Slot?
I bet it's quite tough.
Tough?
Yeah, it's quite tough. If you want something, you just keep asking me straight away, and it's quite tricky in the beginning, but after that you get used to him and how he talked to you and what he wants from you. Then things become easier.
Tough. Give me an example of how he was tough with you.
He showed me a few videos of myself in a warm up, and I think
videos in the warm up.
Yeah, like in warm up, I was the first one in warm up, and usually I've always lost one, but because I think the players were in the national team and I wasn't, so I came early with the young players just to start the preseason earlier, and I was in the first one, and the way I did a warm up was like quite slow, didn't do much. Then he showed me, look at the second one, what he done after he sees you, let's take it easy. Look at the third one, then it's like you see the whole line just walking like me.
Yeah.
Then he said that's your influence in the team. So if you keep doing that, I didn't. The players doesn't like create the warm up.
Yeah.
So right now I'm saying last one warm up. So.
Just thinking about how sort of the dynamics of a changing room with a new manager. You're such a sort of great player, and you're one of the senior players in the dressing room. That would be a big risk for him to show you that you weren't warming up correctly. You could have taken that the wrong way, couldn't you, at the time?
To be fair, we had a few honest conversation between us, and he was very honest, and he told me, look, he showed me a few clips of mine and said, with this move, we can win everything. With this move, we can't win much. So I want to get the best out of you. I want this one to be available the whole season, and I want you to have your best years coming with me. I said, okay. Let me know what you want from me, then I will do it, because I'm very professional and I know what can I do. So he didn't challenge me, honestly. I just felt he was very respectful, and I told him that you're a very respectful person. He was very respectful, and he treated me different. So it wasn't really challenging me. It was just showing me what he wanted from me, and he asked me also if you want to add something, if you want to change something, be open with me. And that was great.
Did you need that, do you think, at the time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you just relaxing a little bit, maybe, or?
Well, I just felt we needed. New manager coming, give you a space, give you that appreciation, and let me talk to him all the time, what I want to improve, what I want a team to do for me, what they want me to do for the team. I think that's what I needed.
Okay. Was he doing that with other players as well?
I don't think all of them. I think some of them, and that's also one of the points. He just showed you that you are different. You are superstar here. Probably that's what I felt I needed at that time. You're a superstar here. You can make a difference all the time. I will have to show you that I'm treating you different.
When was the point where you felt this manager's good? He's getting a good reaction out of us all.
I think first few games in the second half, he always changed what the tactics is.
Made substitutions.
Yeah, and not just that. It's just the tactic itself. You go to the game and you see some manager this is my style and you have to do the whole game. but he's adapting somehow to how our opponent playing, and just like putting Dominic in different position, putting Maka in different position, and like he's just like, he doesn't have that ego that, okay, this is my tactics and did it work, it will work second half. No. He can adapt around. And that's in my head, that's very clever, very disciplined.
Watching you this season, obviously you play off the right-hand side when Liverpool are in possession, but sometimes when you're out of possession, you'll go a little bit sometimes higher in that channel, and then some of the midfield play will swing behind. To sort of maybe, you're not chasing back as much maybe as you were used to. Is that fair enough? He's changed your position slightly?
Yeah, he changes slightly, and I think that helped me during the season. But I start to feel like other teams adapting to that. Okay. So I will talk to him about it also from the next season. Because we win the Premier League and things are very good, so we're just enjoying the last couple of weeks. But teams also adapting to that now, because I can see it in the game, and I can see the players also doubling me all the time and expecting me where I will be.
When I think about your sort of performance levels, how you've changed this year, there's two things I think of this season watching you. Alisson's kicking the ball to you long, and you're holding off centre-backs behind you or post. How have you adapted to become so strong in terms of the physicality? You look like your best ever sort of situation physically.
Well, I think we have a good team there that showed me some clips of mine, like what they want me to improve and what I think I can improve. And I think that's one of the strengths also, because sometimes on the other side, like Lucho's quite small. If Cody there, they can play to Cody, but Lucho's like he preferred the ball in the space or just get it quick and go. So we adapted to some situation in the game. But also, like I work very hard and try to always improve in the field and off the field. So yeah, I just think that's one of the things I needed really. So I start to work more in the gym. I think since I came back to England, work way more than before.
Yeah. And one of the things this season that I've noticed more than ever is the quality of your passing. Your passing seems to be now at such a high level that you're not just your assists, the passes sometimes for every single attack, the way in which you do that. Is that something that's evolving in your game?
Yeah, definitely. I think now I'm involved with the ball more, so I have the ball more in my feet, and I can do whatever I want, and I feel that confidence. Like if you miss it again, you can have it again. If you miss it again, you can have it again, which is like that's confidence the player needs for all the time. I think from the beginning of the season, I have the ball more often in my feet, and I know I can create a chance. Even before I won like Playmaker of the Year, but assist was 13 or something. Yeah. So I believe that I have that ability, but just like now I have the ball more often in my feet, so I think I can do it.
All this season we've talked about your contract. You, Virgil van Dijk, obviously, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. If you had to give me a percentage of how confident you were going to stay at the start of the season, what would that percentage have been? I know you've signed now, which is great news for Liverpool, but where was your head 12 months ago?
Based on club history, 10%.
So you think you're going to stay 10%?
Yeah, because we know how the philosophy of the club. Like I'm not attacking them. Just like I know how they deal with the players over 30 in the past, and I know how the situation will be. So I'd never expect the club was going to be okay. We have 2 years there. We reached a point in the money. All of us are happy. So I didn't expect that I'm going to stay. It's in my head, like based on the club philosophy, I will not stay.
Wow, that's
because we know how the club work. Like it's not something that are bad or something. Like it just like we see how they deal with a situation like this in the past. So based on experience you saw in the past, you just judge the situation.
When was the point where you thought, okay, we're getting somewhere? They're going to slightly change their principles for me?
I think it took like 6 months to negotiation to go just really quick, and I think from January, February, it started like, okay, we can, from January, I think it's like, okay, now things are getting better and better. So it took a while. I think a club was testing me to see if I can still provide or not.
And the 2 years was the key thing for you, was it?
Yeah, I didn't want more than just 2 years. Yeah. The club wanted, but not.
I mean, obviously it's huge news for Liverpool that you signed, that Virgil van Dijk has signed. And I've heard this question asked so much this season. Who's more important to sign, Mo Salah or Virgil van Dijk? What do you think?
I think both. you need a clean sheet and you need the goals. Without goals, you're not gonna win trophies. Without clean sheet, also you're not gonna win trophies.
It got to sort of February, and Trent Alexander-Arnold got injured. I used to have a great relationship when I played football with my right-sided players. What I've seen in the last 7 or 8 years between you and him is one of the best partnerships on that side that you could ever see. How much will you miss him?
A lot. I told him yesterday, don't get an eye contact in your farewell. So because I really love him, and I think he deserved the best farewell in leaving the club. So he done a lot for the city and done a lot for the club, and he was one of probably the best player in club history. So he gave it all, and I think he needs a new challenge. He spoke to me about it. It's his decision for sure, but he needs a new challenge. He's 25, 26 years old and win it all twice or 3 times. So what more can he done? No, he just need to go change and challenge himself, because people doesn't know about it much, but he's 20 years in a club. Yeah. It's so tough mentally for someone to be 20 years in a club. People think it's like the place you love. Yeah, I do love the place, but I'm going every day to the same place for 20 years. Mentally, you could get depressed. Yeah. So I really wish him the best. I will always be in contact with him, but I think somehow the fans will be harsh with him. Sorry. But I think he didn't deserve it, and he deserved the fans to treat him the best way possible because he gave it all to the fans.
Did you feel sad last weekend against Arsenal when you heard obviously the reaction when he came on?
Absolutely. I was surprised because this is not how we act as a Liverpool fans. We shouldn't act this way with anyone. We always appreciate the people that came here even for 6 months. Imagine someone he gave it to you like his all for 20 years. It shouldn't be like this. And I hope that will change next game. Brighton or the last game of the season, because he deserved the farewell.
Did you try and convince him to stay?
Look, again, it's his decision. I'm not trying to convince him to stay because I know his 20 years in a club is not easy. Yeah. It's just so tough. People think it's easy to take a decision and just stay. No, it's not. I didn't want to speak to him much about it because I want him in my team. Always, somebody like him, you want him in your team. But also, like, I understand that, like, being in the same place for 20 years, it's not easy.
I mean, one of the most important moments in this season was when you signed, and then obviously Virgil van Dijk signed thereafter, 2 world-class players. What is it you're hoping to achieve now in this next 2 years at Liverpool?
Well, this season I won the Premier League, and I think I never felt happier in the club for 8 years like this moment in the Spurs game. I really wish we win the Champions League again. I know Premier League always nice for the club, but that's how it should be. But I think I would love to win the Champions League and the Premier League again, at least 1-1 2 years.
What excites you about this group of players? That obviously this is a different team now, really, than the one that Jurgen Klopp had. There's quite a lot of changes. You, obviously, Andy Robertson, Alisson, Virgil van Dijk are still there. But what is it about this fresh group that excites you?
It's good. Players are new. Players are excited. The players are young. They learn from us, and they also have their ability to give it all. So I think we have a very good group, and I think we can win every trophy we want.
What about you personally? Because when I watch you play, you're a team player, but you're also Cristiano Ronaldo, and you're hitting numbers now that are very, very similar. This year, I think you, Rafinha, Yamal are up for the Ballon d'Or. How much do you want to win that trophy? It's interesting. When I remember Cristiano Ronaldo getting asked this in 2008, and he said, "I want to win the Ballon d'Or," and he was quite categoric. And I thought at the time it was quite interesting to hear someone, but he was singularly focused on doing that. Are you the same?
I do it. It used to drive me crazy before. Like now, some stuff is not in your hands, so you just give up in that direction. But you still like when you go work and you feel lazy a little bit, you remind yourself what you want to achieve in the season. So it's also drive you to work harder. I would love to win it one day. I'm not lying to you and say, "Oh no, I give up." No, I would love to win it, but if it didn't happen, I don't know what to do.
Why do you not win it?
I don't know, but I can show that there's a good chance to win it this year, but we will see.
And then the other sort of individual targets, you're one, I think, off the record for combined goals and assists.
Yeah.
You've got 2 games left.
For 42 games. So, because I broke the one for 38.
Yes, true, actually. Yeah, they played more games. Is it important to you?
Yeah, it is important to me. And to be fair, because we slowed down because we won the league, I'm telling the players, please. And last game, Luis missed a chance. Man, what else can I do? But I would love to break it. I think I will break it.
Confident?
Yeah, I am confident. Well, I'll break it.
I've got some quick fire questions for you. Favourite away ground in the Premier League?
I would say Old Trafford.
I'm not going to ask why.
No,
Favourite goal for Liverpool?
The one I scored against Spurs last game was so special. The feeling itself and the reaction from the fans, like it shows me that they appreciate what you've done during the season. So it's incredible.
Highlight of this season?
I would say 2 games, United away and Brighton home. I'm not trying to be rude. This is my head.
You're just trying to make me more miserable, are you? Your pets hate?
The heat, maybe?
The heat?
Yeah, I don't like the heat that much.
You don't like the heat?
No.
That surprises me.
Yeah. Africa, but don't like the heat.
So you like it being colder?
I love being cold.
Wow.
One of the things helped me a lot to be in England for so long is that the cold.
But that's usually the absolute opposite.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just like I don't like the heat.
I wondered why you were staying at Liverpool. Best advice you've ever received?
Work on yourself mentally so you can achieve whatever you want.
On your mind, you mean? How do you do that?
I started reading about it a lot. I think someone was telling me when I left I left Basel to Chelsea, then things not going well. They told me you need to work mentally, you need to be strong mentally, and you need to work here so you can achieve whatever you want. Then I started reading a lot about it. It changed my whole life.
So it's the end of your career. Coach, pundit, or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
So you won't be a coach or a pundit?
I don't know, but I prefer entrepreneur.
How long are you going to go on for?
Probably 40, 39.
You're already thinking that you've got a lot of years left. And is that something that you think about quite a lot in terms of your physicality, your sort of preparation? Because one thing about you is you always play. You always play. And that's unusual for someone at the highest level, which you are, to be so consistent and reliable. How do you maintain that?
I think I'm very honest with myself. Like, I take my work seriously and I do everything right. I'm trying to do everything right. Like food-wise, training-wise, sleep-wise. This is the most important thing. Of course, family comes first, but this is the most important thing in my life. I dedicate everything to my craft. So I give it all. So I think that's why I'm always available.
Talk about Liverpool, the city, and what your feelings are.
It's incredible. It's just like being around there, especially in a game day, it's incredible. You see the fans outside, and you saw that last couple of weeks, how people excited, how they are happy. So it's I just feel love from them.
Great player staying in the Premier League, but there's one that's leaving. Have you got a message for Kevin De Bruyne and what he's achieved?
I want to tell him congratulations for your career. He done a phenomenal job in the city, and I think he was great for the league, and I really wish him the best. And we have a space for him.